This video is about the Makita XGT 40V Max Rapid Dual Charger, but before we get to that, if you would like to win a new 18V Makita impact wrench, head up into the top corner up here, watch this video, subscribe to this channel. It's called Voiceless Tool Reviews. Once you've subscribed, click the little bell, leave a comment on the video saying what country you live in, and when that channel hits 1,000 subs, a random comment selector will pick a winner, and this will get shipped off to you no matter where you live on planet Earth. Don't panic if it's not showing up here. Take a look down in the description, it'll be down there and probably in the comment section as well. And now a quick little update if you're after one of these, the AS001G. They're very popular. I'm getting so many questions about all the new Makita tools coming up. So many people want to get them. So many people are trying to buy them from New Zealand and get them shipped overseas. If you're in Australia now, I know a lot of you have been buying them from New Zealand. This is now available in Australia, so you can stop buying all our ones now. Ask your local Makita dealer if they can get one of these for you. They are in the country. I'm not sure which other countries have them yet. If you're in the States, sorry, it'll probably still be a while. And I haven't got any news yet on an 18V version. There's so many other 40V stuff that's come out in recent weeks. So if you are interested in the new reciprocating saw, the world's fastest according to Makita, take a look down in the description. The new 10¼ inch track compatible circular saw, that thing looks like a beast, can't wait to get my hands on one of those. Take a look down in the description. There's a new polisher, there's a new impact driver that's got Bluetooth. There's so many new tools coming out. The trim router seems to be one that's a little bit hard to get hold of at the moment. But if you want any of those before anybody else, have a look down in the description. I'll put as many links down there as possible to all these new Makita models, and you may just be able to get one shipped to you. Right, that's enough Makita news. It's now on to the review. I went into Handy Hardware a few days ago on a completely unrelated mission, and Tim sort of managed to sell me this without me even realizing. Apparently I wanted it, so seeing as he'd got it in for me, I figured I'd better buy it. So we'll compare this to the standard single rapid charger. I'm still trying to get my hands on a standard slow charger, but haven't managed to do that yet. Once I do, it'd be good to compare them all and do some tests on the batteries with the heat and stuff on the battery checker. Anyway, let's get this thing out of the box. There's three things I immediately noticed upon pulling it out of the box. The first is it has the little musical symbol here, so hopefully this does play songs and doesn't just beep. Secondly, look at this. You can put bolts straight through into the wall, just screw it straight on the wall from the front, no pissing about. I love that. You could even bolt it down if you wanted to secure it and stop someone from flogging it. And on the back it also has hanging points. Why am I so excited about that? Because for years Makita did not have such things. They've even kind of got a grip area here on the front and back for picking it up. One negative thing I noticed straight away is there does not appear to be a USB charger on this particular charger. That's not to say there won't be where you are, because the RA in Japan has a USB charger, but the RA that I have does not. Now, as well as being able to charge two 40V batteries nice and quick, you can also put two adapters on here and charge two 18V batteries nice and quick, or one 40V, one 18V. To charge an 18V, you will of course need the adapter. That is the ADP10. The adapter you can buy separately, although it does come in most of the kits I've found. Certainly in this country, you buy a kit with a battery charger, you usually get one of these thrown in as well. So to all of you who leave comments on almost a daily basis saying, I'm not changing to the 40V system because I don't want two chargers. There you go, one charger that will do your 40V and your 18, or 218 or 240. What are you going to complain about now? I know you've got something. Now I'm going to run a few tests. I've got plenty of flat batteries at the moment. Not that one clearly. But I've got three 2.5 amp hour 40V batteries that I flattened yesterday, and so I'm going to charge all three of them at once and see if this charges just as quick as the single port charger. And we may check it against the 18V as well, just to see how quick that charges, although this adapter is missing some of its internal components, so I might see if I can put it back together, see if it'll work. But if you saw the video I did when I modified this, I think a bit of smoke came out of this somewhere. It looks okay, but I can't remember what happened. Yeah, so that might not work. So I just went and watched the video to jog my memory, and it seems that I probably didn't fry this. I just fried the fuse inside the 40 volt impact driver, the TD001G. So I think I'll just put this back together. The only reason I probably haven't put it back together is because I just don't need it. I've got plenty of 18 volt chargers. I don't need one of these adapters, but we'll put it back together for the purposes of this experiment. The adapter is back together. Let's plug in the dual charger here. Right, is it gonna work? 3, 2, 1. She beeped. Is that a good beep or a bad beep? Let's chuck on a battery and see if we can get it to charge. Come on, fingers crossed. Yes, you little beauty. Making a few clicky noises. Anyway, it is working. As you can see, that's a fast flashing light. If you look at the legend on the side here. Jeez, these things are so noisy. 3 of these running, I'm hardly going to be able to talk, you know, you won't be able to hear me. Legend on the side here. Slow flashing green light, it's plugged in. Slow flashing blue light, your battery is too hot or too cold. Fast flashing blue light, it's charging. Solid blue light, it's at 80%. Solid green light and a little song, you are good to go, your battery is charged. Alternate flashing red and blue lights, your fan is broken, but maybe it's still charging? Not quite sure what that one means. Never had that one happen. And red means your battery is kaput. If it flashes red, you can check it on a Makita battery checker, which we will be using in this video also. Speaking of battery checker, now that I have that adapter fixed, I thought of a little test. This is a Makita battery checker. If you're not familiar with this tool, take a look up in the top corner. I have done a video, well, several videos on it so far, and down in the description I'll put it down there as well. You put an 18 volt battery on there normally, but can you put the 40 volt adapter followed by the 40 to 18 volt? Oh, it knows something's going on there. And then put a battery on. This is a weird attempt to try and get the internal temperature of an 18 volt battery. Of course it's not going to work, but yeah, nothing happening. Damn. Oh well. Worth a try. I have 3 flat 2.5 amp hour batteries. I'm going to put them on the chargers all at the same time, and we're going to see if there's any difference with timing. But before we do that, I want to check if this makes all the sounds that the other one in the back there makes. This is what happens when you put it on charge with the setting I currently have it on. Shh. So, does this one do that? Beep beep. That's boring. Let's see if we can... So, as you can tell, you can set them. If you didn't know what I just did then, most Makita battery chargers, if you've got a rapid one and you've got this little symbol of a couple of musical notes, put the battery on, take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. Every time you do that, if you do it in quick succession, it will change tunes. There's about 4 tunes and just a standard sort of beep. So I'll set them all different. So what have we got? We've got... Oh, you just beeped. You're not going to do it at the beginning. This one does it at the beginning. So that's do. Shh, God, they're so noisy. I'll go with that one on that way. So what happens if I stick it back on now? Okay, so it seems this one only does beep beep when you put it on, no matter what you've got it set to. Hopefully it did save that musical setting though, and when it gets to a fully charged state it will make that sound. So before we chuck the batteries on, let's just test them out and make sure they're fully flat. You see how these are flashing out of time? That's fair enough because I've been pulling batteries on and off. But I've noticed the 18 volt one, I turn it on and they start flashing in sequence and then they just slowly get out of whack and it's, yeah, quite interesting in a really dull sort of way. So to prove to you these are all flat, we will use the battery checker here. There's the 40 volt adapter, turn it on. I am powering it today with a 12 amp hour Makita battery. So we've got 12s, 18s and 40s today. Now I've labelled the bottom of all of the batteries, A, B and C, just in case we do a few experiments we can tell the difference between them all. A, let's take a look. How many charges has A had? 18, fully flat. Currently 23 degrees. 30.4 volts. Battery B, fully flat, 19 charges, so about the same, 23 degrees and 32.4 volts. That's interesting. Maybe I'll see if I can flatten that one just a little bit more. And battery C, only 11 charges, fully flat, 23 degrees. 32 as well, so those two about the same. This one a little more drained. I'll see if I can drain these two a little bit further. Okay, so I've been fiddling around with them. I think I've got them all the same now. 31.4. Oh damn it, I think that one's just dropped a little bit. 31.5. 31.5. That's close enough. So A is 0.1 of a volt less than the other two. We'll put that on the single charger. That battery checker tells you how hot batteries get on the inside, so you can check them after they've gone on a charger. So if you're interested to know what the internal temperatures of the 2 amp hour, the 2.5, the 4 and the 5 amp hour when they're charged, take a look at this video up in the top corner that I put on my other channel. That's got all that info in it. Right, we're loaded, ready to go. I'm going to time this. They are 2.5 amp hour batteries, so they should take 28 minutes each. Will the double rapid be able to do these in the same time as the single rapid? We're about to find out. And just for fun, while they're running, I will test the decibel reading on the Makita mobile app on my phone, and we'll see just how loud 3 of these fans all running are. Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Our first battery B is charged and there was no sound. Battery C charged. Both dual battery charger batteries charged. Now this one was 0.1 of a volt down on these two, wasn't it? So maybe that's going to be the difference. Mind you, 0.1 should have been done by about now. Okay, 28 minutes and 45 seconds. And I didn't get any tune off this one. Maybe it's because I didn't lock the tune in place. I don't know. Never had that problem before. Chuck them on the battery checker here in reverse order. Battery C. 12 charges, fully charged, 39 degrees Celsius on the inside of that battery, or 102 Fahrenheit, and we are at 41.3 volts, 38 degrees, 41.3 volts. I'm going 39 degrees on this one, I reckon. 41 degrees. It's because this one came straight off the charger. These ones had a couple of minutes to cool down with the fan. As I was waiting for this one to finish, didn't realise it was going to be quite so long. And 41.2 volts. So all 3 batteries charged to just over 41 volts, so they could have called it Makita 41 volt plus max. When this battery is next flat, unfortunately it's not long been charged. Don't want to flatten it just for the sake of it. I will put it up against a 5 amp hour Makita battery on the same charger and we'll see how much quicker the 18 volt is, or is it quicker? Who knows? The 18 volt batteries do charge faster on these Makita 40 volt chargers. When you've got that adapter on there, you'll get a bit quicker result. Something like about 5 minutes on a 5 and 6 amp hour battery. Anyway, let me see if I can program the sounds into this thing properly. Lock it in on that. Let it charge there and we'll see if that one actually works. Should. Makes a lot of clicking noises. There we go. So that one is programmed. Let's program this one. Put it on there, eh? Should tell us any second if it's done. A lot of internal clicking going on in this thing. So there you have it. It does do it. You've just got to leave the battery on. Don't just click through the sounds and take it back off. You need to lock it in place and let it start charging. Da-da-da-da-da. If you're on a job site with the same guys all the time and you've got different chargers, you can set them to different tunes so that you know whose batteries are charged, so long as you remember what your tune is. Anyway, I'm going to go screw this up on the wall because I can, which is great. Nice, easy, just bolt it. I can just put a couple of Tech screws straight through there, bang, done. No having to try and line up screws and then have it fall off when you try and take the battery off the charger and stuff like that. Just straight through the top, bang bang. Or you could bolt it straight down to a bench as well so that it didn't move, or you could bolt it into a van or something like that. Not that you've got power for it, but anyway. So that is the Makita DC40RB Rapid Dual Charger. It can charge two 40-volt batteries rapidly at the same time, not sequentially like some chargers from some tool manufacturers. And they've got so many fans in these to keep the batteries cool, to keep the charger cool. Makita make the fastest and the best battery chargers as far as I'm concerned. Makita and Hikoki make way better chargers than Milwaukee and DeWalt ever have. Makita and Hikoki batteries have vents in them, holes in them, so that the air goes through. So it blasts out of these holes on the charger, goes through the battery and comes out the other vents to help keep it cool while it's charging. The other two companies I just spoke about, DeWalt and Milwaukee, do not do that. The batteries are solid. Any fans that are in there are not cooling the batteries. Nowhere on here for air to get pushed in from a charger. There's something that looks like a vent on the bottom, but there's no way for air to get in there. If you want a battery like this to last in hot temperatures, you really need to be blowing air through it, and you can't. Once again, there's sort of vents in the bottom, but there's no way of firing air into it while it's charging. Failure. Poor design really, especially with the length of time that they've had with these batteries now, and Makita have been doing it with LXT 18-volt batteries right from the start. Hikoki have been doing it for a long time also. Hikoki's old slide-in, pillar, whatever one you want to call it, they even had them. For some reason Milwaukee and DeWalt don't give a shit. And it was around 68 decibels with all of them running. I think it was 68 decibels just with that one running as well when I did the test before, so not a huge difference there. Yeah, so I'm going to go and try and find somewhere to screw this on the wall. So till next time, have a good one. See you later. And hopefully it won't be too long until we have the 8 amp hour battery video. How much bigger is it going to be than this? I mean, this thing's huge. 4 and 4 equals 8. Gonna be a big battery.